Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are talking again about bank statements, but this time I want to go through bank statements that are savings accounts and to give you a full heads up of what's required. March has been a phenomenal month. This is March 2021 for purchases by clients. People are out there going bananas, and which is great. It's fabulous that people are getting the house they want because, as they've noted recently, when I heard an Alan Oster speak, who's Alan, the head economist, chief economist at NAB, he said that used to be for every one person visiting Australia, 3 people would leave. Well, that's not happening anymore. So people are buying houses because they want to be and live in comfort and where they are. So today I just want to share with you bank savings accounts, what we need and how we get you to give it to us. My name's Louise Lucas. I'm from the Property Education Company. This is general information. Just know if you need further assistance or want a proper review, please ask us, and this will be at the bottom with the slides. So savings accounts. Why do we need them, or what do we need, and how do you get them to us? And please send all documents for us to documents@propertyed.com because we have a specialist team who look after all our documents. So why do we need them? Well, the banks are usually checking that your pay or your business account, your money is going into this account and that it either matches your pay slip or matches what you say your business is earning. So they're reviewing both of these with a view to say, well, is it regular and is it the same amount or, consistent? And as for your pay going to this account, one of the things I want to check with you is if your pay goes into 2 different accounts, which often people have, or it has a Maxia or salary sacrifice component, make sure you give us that proof as well. So if we need 2 accounts, if it's going into 2 or 3, whatever you've managed to organise. Are you spending money on things they don't like? That's what they're also looking at your accounts for. Are you doing online gambling? Or lots of things, paying out things that you haven't maybe declared. I love it when people go, oh, don't tell them I've got children in the ways. I go, well, that would be easy if we didn't look at your account and see that you're paying out for, baby bunting and blah, blah, all this stuff. There's no point lying. They'll find it. If we don't find it, they will definitely find it. What are your living expenses? So can we watch what your accounts say with your estimate? So we ask you for an estimate in our needs analysis, but then we check, is that verifiable with what's going on in your accounts? And inevitably it is not. I have had one client, God help us, your wonderful Danny is the only person in the entire time we've been doing this who can actually verify what he says he spends with what he spends. He's gold star, but there's no one else has ever really coming close. It's amazing how much difference there is between what we think we're spending and what we are. And people often declare and they'll say, oh, please, hand on heart, I'm only spending 2 or 3 grand a month, and then we'll get their credit card bill will be regularly 5 grand every month. So with that in mind, if you're thinking of going for a loan at some point and you want to declare lower expenses, well, how about preparing your accounts for 3 months and cut your spending? It's a great thing to do, and it's a habit you can then get into. So, and also, do you have any extra debts coming out that you haven't declared? They're looking for other savings accounts, credit cards, any other debts. I got out this week, even a client was just transferring money between one account and another. And there were regular amounts, which is quite routine. People have been told by the Barefoot Investor to set up multiple accounts or they're doing profit first. So when you do this, you might have regular amounts going out to different accounts. They want them explained. And any late payments, please explain, because they want to see that you're managing your money. So what do we need? We need 1 copy, a full statement which shows your name, address and account number, and the last 3 months of transactions to show what's happening. Debits, credits and balance, and I'll show you how to do a home screen page. So 1 original bank statement. See, it doesn't matter how old it is, as long as it's got your name and address, current, and the account number on it, because then we can match it to a current transaction statement. So when I ask for a statement, people go, oh, but I don't get them anymore. I know, I get it, but they're online usually somewhere. So have a look, and we're also looking for, is it consistent? Where are you spending money? We're actually trawling through these accounts and reviewing for you. The transaction listing, apologies for the poor quality of the site, but you get the idea. They're looking for ins and outs and the total balance, what's happening in the account. But you can see this, it doesn't have the name, it has the name, but not the address. And so we're matching up this account number with the previous one, which has the full details, okay? Because you could actually write that yourself. Also, this is an example from ANZ, same thing. We're looking at what are the deposits? Are they regular? Are these for the pay? But here also, there's a major withdrawal of 15,000. So what was going on there? Was it for a deposit for a house? Or was it an initial something? Or were there large deposits into this account? Banks will also want those explained. So think about that when you're transferring money in and out. And if you are creating an account for genuine savings for a home deposit, let's call that account home deposit. Don't call it my wedding or my overseas travel. How about my house deposit? That's the one we want to see, okay? Because then that's very clear to the bank you're keeping that money and it's verifiable that that's your genuine savings. Now, to get the home screen, you can see this gives us the overview of all your accounts, which is really useful to us. And use the print button on this page to pull that whole thing. Do not take a photo. Do not do a print screen, like as in take a cut of it, because it's always cut off and it's really difficult. Please either use the print button on the bank's page or go Control P or Command P, and that cuts it to a print for PDF. It's really important you do it the right way. You'll also see on the home screen, there's often a transaction ability. You can pull all the transactions, the account details page, which is more often than not, we need that for loans because it tells us when they're expiring and the current rates, and then the statements are the last thing. Just so those three, you look for those three. They'll be there in any bank, all right? And do not take a print screen, as I've said. Always use the print page button on the bank's website or use the keyboard shortcut, Control P, and then choose print to PDF. And that is the most helpful thing you can do for us. This is the sort of thing we get regularly. Please, no name, no account number, and completely unusable. And think about who you're giving it to, because we cannot use this to verify anything. And please do not download to Excel or anything else. Banks need to see debits, credits, and balance because they're looking for the full picture. We use bankstatements.com.au. They're fully verified by ASIC and they're enormously helpful and make it easy. Sometimes they don't get all the data, but most of the time they do. And you simply put in your name, put in your details, and as soon as you've done that, they're removed from this technology, but they can then just read the statements that you've got and transactions, which is enormously helpful for us. So 90 days, note, when we ask for 3 months, we mean 3 months, but more often than not, the banks give you the option of 30, 60 or 90-day transactions. Don't do that. Pull a full 3 months for us. Your credit file is often really useful to check at mycreditfile.com.au, and always dispute late payment charges on your statements because we'd like to see them refunded. And if you don't do it regularly, it's just a one-off, make sure they refund it for you because it's important for your verification on your accounts that you're aware of things too. And clients who return documents promptly, correctly, do find the whole process easy and painless. We want you to have success and make this as painless and fabulous as possible for you. So please help us help you. Thank you for listening. I'm Louise Lucas. If you want any more help, please feel free to contact us. Have a great one. Bye.